I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And today we're going to be talking about today is my ex's birthday. It's a rough day.
It is.
You know, we struggle so often with just getting through an average day of not reaching out to our ex. But then you have a special day, their special day. That is the special day for your ex, their birthday. Mm-hmm. And everything inside of you is conflicted on, should I reach out to them? Should I not reach out to them? So we're going to talk about that today. Now, what inspired me to do this one is I actually got a Skype message from a guy that I did a coaching with. Now, we had done a coaching about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. And he wound up getting back with the ex. And he made a bunch of sloppy mistakes. He didn't quite stick to the strategy, but they still wound up getting back together. As a matter of fact, the first time he reached out for her birthday. And what happened is, instead of setting a date, he told me that they wound up texting for 7 hours.
Wow.
Which we obviously suggest not doing. And then wound up sexting with her. So what happened is then he tried to set a real date and she canceled on him. And he was so frustrated and disappointed because he's like, I could have had the real thing. And I told him, yeah, you needed to be more patient in that situation. Well, she wound up reaching out months later and they did get back together. But he didn't stay committed to the personal growth. She broke up with him again. So now it's her birthday again. And he had sent me a message because we did a Skype a couple weeks ago. So this is a message he sent me on Skype. Hi, Craig. I hope you had a great weekend. I just wanted to drop a quick accountability update.
Okay.
Today is my ex's birthday. Based on our coaching session, I've stayed away and did not contact her. Additionally, I cleared my schedule yesterday and spent 6 hours making further progress on the workbooks between yesterday and today.
Wow, it's like a job.
Yeah. He's really motivated this
Yeah.
time because he feels bad because, you know, he didn't stay committed to the growth and then they wind up breaking up again. So he was really beating himself up. I am now in the midst of Volume 4 of the Knowledge Workbooks. I'm determined to finish all 10 by mid-May and then move on to the Creative Healing course.
That's awesome.
I know.
And, you know, our products, our courses, and the workbooks, they're all very intentional. All of it is attachment driven. So we really do encourage you to work on them. We do have different options. If you do want to just get one workbook, try it out, or if you want to commit to all 10. There are things out there that can help you with your attachment style, that can help you process some of your experiences. So we hope that you take advantage of them.
Yeah, you're going to find yourself far more centered and a lot more confident after you do them. And you're going to understand breakups and relationships so much better. Okay? I'm really enjoying the knowledge workbooks. I'm not feeling great today for obvious reasons, but I'm proud of myself for persisting. I'll keep it at that and update you in a week or two. So he found a difficult day and he really planned for it. And he set aside time to focus on something else, did the workbooks, and it's kept him motivated from reaching out and breaking no contact. Because he made that mistake last year, which they wound up doing the phone sex, but then that's it. And then she was gone for like another 5 months or something like that.
And it's so easy to get swept up into conversation, swept up into your hopes for reconnecting with your ex once you do start hearing from them.
Yep.
So I understand that, and I can get how it turned into something sexual very quickly. If you do have a sexual rapport with somebody, you know, that's a need that people have. But the reason why we warn against having these long drawn out conversations after a breakup is because you're setting up all of these expectations. It can start building up a lot of pressure for your ex. So we just want you to be careful with that the sooner that you can meet up with them in person, and we don't mean right away, we don't mean, hi, how are you, let's go meet up today, but just gradually using your judgment, then the warmer they will be during that conversation.
Yeah, you really want to minimize your time on the phone with them, and you want to get them out in person. And I'm pretty confident that they would have been intimate had he just chatted with her for a little bit and then set a date where they could hang out and have a good time.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like intimacy even really isn't the goal necessarily. It's just reconnecting, being able to have fun as a couple again, bonding, you know, kind of restoring that connection.
Yeah, that chemistry, right? You want to spark up the chemistry.
Right.
But we know it's tough, especially on difficult days like, you know, a birthday, right? To hold it together, right? So we want to talk about some of these things today to give you some reminders. If it's your ex's birthday, right? Now, every situation is different and every breakup is different. So there might be some circumstances or situations where we would tell you on a call if you should reach out for the birthday. But in general, we like to say not to reach out, right? I've had cases where I said yes because things were going on, that they're having some kind of connection, and I said, sure, you could reach out based on what was going on. But in general, we say don't reach out for the birthday.
So when we're talking about reaching out, we also include posting on their social media. We also include talking to friends and family or any group chats, any means of contacting them on their birthday. So keep that in mind. Some of you might say, well, I'm not messaging them directly. You know, I'm just commenting on someone else's post or liking a post of their birthday, whatever it is. But you do want to limit that contact on that day. And I know it's so tempting because it's likely a day that the two of you spent together in the previous years. It's, you know, you want to commemorate them and celebrate them together. But unfortunately, once they made that decision to end the relationship, that includes special days like that. You want to let them experience the consequence of not being together with you.
That's right. A lot of you guys will feel very tempted to give your ex a gift, especially if you've already bought that gift. And I say, don't give it to them. Okay? I know it's really tempting to give it to somebody, but it feels like you're trying to bribe them, like you're trying to buy their love. That's what it'll feel like for them. Yeah. And it makes them feel uncomfortable and guilty.
Gifts can be so triggering. And this is really counterintuitive because you think, man, wouldn't they be excited and happy to know that I've gotten them a symbol of my affection, to show them that I care, to show them that I am committed? Many of you think a birthday is an opportunity for a grand gesture. Man, because of this special day, I want to show them how much I really care, how I am still committed and willing to fight for the relationship and that they deserve the world. However, in their mind, they're thinking, I've removed myself from this relationship. You know, I don't want to receive that type of romantic attention from this person, and we have to respect that.
Yeah, it's tough. But, you know, many of you are thinking you want to have an impact on that person, and by reaching out, saying happy birthday, or you feel guilty by not saying happy birthday, that you're having an impact. But I have heard time and time again over the years that not reaching out for their birthday was more powerful on your ex. The thinking, or that feeling of like, I couldn't believe you didn't reach out for my birthday. That's when they start to feel that loss a lot more. That's when they're starting to realize, oh my gosh, like they're not even contacting me for my birthday. I might lose them.
And many of you in situations where maybe you were the avoidant one, maybe you were the one neglecting your partner during times throughout the relationship, will think, well, if me not reaching out on their birthday is supposed to get them back, wouldn't that further confirm their idea that I really wasn't there for them?
Yep.
I think this is another common concern that we hear, And in reality, they have made that decision to end things. And regardless of what had happened in the relationship, we have to respect that. We can get into this endless cycle of assuming what our ex wants and needs from us and acting in ways according to that when we might be completely off, right? So we just have to go based off of what we know, what they tell us, and what's the most respectful route.
Yeah. And for me, the most impactful is not reaching out for your ex's birthday. Letting them feel that loss. I know it's tough. I know you want to reach out. I totally understand. It is not easy to do, but I hear it all the time. It comes up regularly in calls, and I'm constantly hearing that the ex is shocked when you don't reach out. It impacted them. It made them feel like they were going to lose you, and that makes them want you a lot more than it did if you reached out. And they're like, oh, okay, he reached out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want you to remember, too, that during a breakup, everything changes. So many of you might have had plans for the birthday. Many of you might have had gifts already bought, already prepared, or maybe vacations that were planned. Once that person decides to end the relationship, those things are called off.
Yep.
Okay. Many of you still hold on to plans that were made, or itineraries, or things that were prepared in advance. And, you can't do that. You can't use these things to continue that bond and connection, or try to bribe them, or try to guilt trip them into spending time with you, into celebrating their day with you once they've decided not to.
Yeah, it does all change after a breakup, like she said. So I know it's tough, but we don't recommend reaching out on a birthday. Even though it's a tough day for you, we want it to be a little bit tougher for them. And not reaching out makes it harder.
Right.
Reaching out makes it easier for them.
And we also know that it's tough. You probably see them on social media, with their family, with their friends, probably in settings that you were with them in many of those places. So it's hard to see that from afar and want to celebrate with somebody, but not be able to. So, during this day, please take care of yourself. I love what you said about this client, that he did find alternative things to do. He dove into the workbooks, dive into your social support system. Do everything you can to take care of your mental health.
Buy a birthday cake and start smashing it at your house. And then post it on social media for them to see. No, just kidding. With a handwritten letter written on top in icing.
Oh, God. Take care of yourself.
Don't do that. I better reiterate. Don't do that. Somebody's going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to.
And he said, write handwritten letter in icing on her birthday cake, and I did.
Gosh.
All right. And of course, we're here to talk to you about these things. So if you want to get our help personally, you can do that on our website, askcraig.net. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Coach Victoria is also available for Skype coaching.
I'm here if you'd like to chat.
Just click on her name on the top of the website to schedule with her. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And we will talk with you soon.